Hello, this is Shitu, your mathematics teacher. This video is brought to you by IOTA Virtual Learning. In today's lesson today, we are going to be solving WAEC past questions on algebraic fractions. So now get your writing materials ready and join me. Let's see how we are going to solve the first problem here that we'll be solving under algebraic fractions. So this is WAEC question, that is WAEC 2021, right? So the question said if 2 over x minus 3 minus x minus 3 over x minus 2 equals p x minus 3 x minus 2, right? So now I want you to pause the video, solve it yourself, and come back for the solution. So now here we are going to have this. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to simplify everything on the left hand side completely. Then after that we now compare this right hand side with what we have here. So now what we are going to do now is that, let me write this. So now from here, the next thing we are going to do is we should take the LCM. The LCM is going to be x minus 3 times x minus 2, right? That is our LCM. So now taking the LCM, so we're going to have it like this. X minus 3 will be down here. We have x minus 2, that's the multiplication. So now x minus 3 divided by x minus 3, okay? So we're going to be left with x minus 2, so we multiply it by this. This will be 2 into bracket x minus 2, then minus. So here x minus 2 will divide this x minus 2, so we multiply the remainder x minus 3 by 3. We have 3 x minus 3. So now we try to open this or expand this numerator completely. You don't have problem with this one, okay, because we want this denominator to be in form of the denominator up here. So therefore 2 times x we have 2x, 2 times minus 2 we have minus 4. Here we use this minus 3 to open the brackets, minus 3x, then minus times minus we have plus 9, because 3 times 3 will give us what? 9, then divided by, now here we have x minus 3, then x minus 2. So now we're going to have that, trying to collect the like terms. So 2x minus 3x will come together, 2x minus 3x, because they are like terms. Then we have minus 4 plus 9 divided by x minus 3, then x minus 2. So now from here we can see minus 2x plus 2x minus 3x will give us minus x, then minus 4 plus 9 we're going to have plus 5 over x minus 3, then x minus 2. Are you following? So now from there, so now this one up here we can write it in this form: 5 coming first, then minus x all over x minus 3, then x minus 2. Understood? So now if you can see, we can see that this is the final step of simplifying this. So which shows that we are now going to compare it with what we have up there. So 5 minus x, x minus 3 over x minus multiplied by x minus 2. Now going back to our main solution, we can see that this, we're now going to compare. You see that here we have what we have, p here should be 5 minus what? 5 minus x, right? So which is what? Which is the option A, right? Thank you. This is the second equation we are going to be solving under algebraic fraction. So now please pause this video, solve it yourself, then come back and check the solution, right, to compare with your results. Now the question asks us to simplify 1 over x plus 4 over 3x minus 5 over 6x plus 1 equals 0. So what we need to do is that we can see we are having fractions here. So we're going to look at x, 3x, and 6x. So the LCM, we take the LCM. So the LCM of x, 3x, and 6x, LCM is what? that is x, 3x, and 6x is equal to 6x. So now since the LCM of x, 3x, and 6x is 6x, so now what we need to do now is let's multiply this LCM through all these terms. Let me bring down the equation. Alright, so I'm going to multiply this 6x by everything here, by each of the terms. So this is going to be 6x multiplying 1 over x plus 6x multiplying 4 over 3x, then minus 6x multiplying 5 over 6x, right? Then plus 6x multiplying 1, right? Then equals 0, or 6x multiplying 0, 6x multiplying 0, right? So from there we have what we have. 6x multiplying this, you can see that this x, we cancel this x here. 6 times 1, we're going to have 6 plus 6x, we cancel x here. 3 here, 1, 3 and 6, we have 2. We're going to have 2 times 4, then minus 6x, we cancel this 6x here. We're going to have 5. Then we have plus 6x times 1, we have 6x. Then equals 6x times 0, we're going to have 0. Understood? So now from there, so we're going to have this to be 6 plus 2 times 4, we have 8 minus 5, then plus 6x equals 0. So now from here, 6 plus 8, we have 14 minus 5 plus 6x equals 0. Now we have 9 plus 6x equals 0. So now we have 6x. We are going to transpose this to the right hand side, so it will change to negative 9. So we divide both sides by 6, right? So this, we cancel this, so we're going to have x to be equals. Now here we can reduce this to be, we look at the highest common factor of 9 and 6. So now minus 9 and 6. So now if we divide this by 3 and divide this by 3, we're going to have 9 divided by 3, we're going to be having 3. 6 divided by 3, we're going to have 2. So you can see we have x equals minus 3 over 2 to be the solution. Now let's go back to the option we have. So you can see that we have what? We have this option C, minus 3 over 2. That is option C is the solution to the problem. Alright, so that is it. Thank you. So this is the third questions on algebraic fraction. Simplify 2 minus 18m squared divided by 1 plus 3m. So we are asked to simplify this and we have the options there. So I would like you to pause the video, solve this problem yourself, then come back and check your solution so you can compare with what you have. Now we have this. How do we simplify this? So therefore we are going to see how we can reduce these fractions, in its simplest form. Now let's see. So now I'm going to be having, we have 2 here and we have 18 here. So there's a common factor and the common factor is 2. I'll bring out the 2, then 2 divided by 2, I'm going to have 1. Now 18m squared divided by 2, this is going to be minus 9m squared. So that at the end of the day, if you say 18 divided by 2, you're going to have 9m squared. Then divided by 1 plus 3m. You know that from here, you can have this to be 2 into bracket. This 1, I can rewrite this one as 1 squared. 1 squared, same thing as 1, minus this 3, I can write it as 3m, then all squared. What am I saying? 3 squared will give us 9, and m squared will give us m squared, right? Then divided by 1 plus 3m, right? 1 plus 3m. So now from here, I want to use something here. We call it difference of 2 squared. If we have something like a squared minus b squared. This will give us a plus b, right? Then a minus what? A minus b. So this is called difference of two squared, and that is what we are going to use here to simplify or to expand this. So now this one here, I want to expand 1 squared minus 3m squared in this form. So this is going to be 2 into bracket. So this is going to be 1, because this one is like my a, then minus, or let's say plus first. This 3m is like my b, right? So it's going to be 3m, then into bracket. I will do the second one that is having a negative sign. So this will be 1 minus 3m. So therefore this one now is the expansion of this numerator here. So divided by 1 plus 3m. So now as you can see here, you can see there's something, we have common factor from both numerator and denominator. 1 plus 3m, 1 plus 3m. So 1 plus 3m, 1 plus 3m, they are going to cancel. So we're going to have 2, 1 minus 3m. And that is our solution. Now let's go to the options up there and see whether we are going to have 2, 1 minus 3m there. So we can see we have the option B to be the solution to this problem, right? So thank you for watching. This is question number 4. For what value of x is 4 minus 2x divided by x plus 1 undefined? So we have these options here. Now I would like you to kindly pause this video, do this problem yourself, then come back to check your solution so you compare. Now we have the solution. First of all, so when we say to find the value of x, or when do we say a fraction is undefined? For example, we have a fraction a over b. This fraction a over b said to be undefined. Immediately this b becomes 0. If b equals 0, right, so this becomes undefined, or we said it's not exist, right? So now what am I saying? You can kindly pick your calculator, just do 5 divided by 0 and then see what you are going to have, right? So that is what they are trying to say here, that when is a fraction undefined? So therefore we have a, we have b here. This a is like my numerator and b is like my denominator. So definitely the value of x for these fractions to be undefined, it means when we set x plus 1 equals 0, which is the denominator, right? So if you set this denominator to be equal to 0, whatever the value of x we got becomes the value of x that will make this fraction undefined. So from here, set x plus 1 equals 0, we're going to see that x is going to be transpose this 1 to the other side. We're going to have minus 1. So therefore x equals minus 1 is the one that will make this fraction undefined. Now let's quickly check and see whether it is or not. So now we have 4 minus 2x over x plus 1. So now you see that if we put the value of x to be minus 1 here, put x equals minus 1 that we got, 2 minus 1 over, look at this place, minus 1 plus 1. So we're going to have 4 minus 2 times minus 1. This is going to be plus 2, then divided by minus 1 plus 1. This will give us 0. So which means that 4 plus 2 will give 6, then 0. And this 0, 6 divided by 0 is undefined. If you press your calculator, you see that that will give you maybe math error, or they said error. Do you understand now? So which means s equals minus 1 is our solution. Look at this option there. So we have option B to be the solution, right? So thank you. So this is question 5 of algebraic subtract algebraic fractions we are doing. So if a equals 3, b is minus 7, find the value of, we want to know the value of this. So what we are going to do here is we are going to be doing substitution here. Therefore, anywhere we see a, we put 3, and anywhere we see b, we put minus 7. So we have. But before we move on, just pause the video, do this question yourself, come back and check your solution, so to confirm whether it's right or not. So we have 5. So I'm going to do the substitution now. I have 5 into bracket b. B is minus 7. I put minus 7 here, plus a is 3, then plus, we have b to be minus 7. We put minus 7 like this, then all to the power of 2, divided by a is 3. We have 3 down here, minus b is minus 7. I put minus 7 here, then all squared. So now from here, 5 times minus 7, that's going to give us minus 35, then plus, here let me simplify this inside the bracket. We have 3. When you have this plus meeting minus, okay, so this is going to be 3 minus 7 all squared. This plus minus will give us minus, divided by, here we have 3 minus minus will give us plus, that is minus times plus 7 to the power of 2, right? So now from there, we're going to have this to be minus 35, then plus this 3 minus 7, that will give us minus 4. Minus 4 all squared, then divided by 3 plus 7 give us 10 to the power of 2. So now we have minus 35 plus minus 4 squared means minus 4 times minus 4. So minus times minus is plus. 4 times 4, we have 16. So everything here will be what? Will be 16. So therefore we have what? We have 16 divided by 100. This is 10 squared. 10 squared will be 100. So now minus 35 plus 16, that will give us minus 19 over what? Over 100. So now, if you want to take this to decimal, because the option given to us are decimal, so minus 19 divided by 100, that will give us minus 0.19. So we have minus 0.19 to be a solution to the problem, right? So therefore, we go through the options there. You can see we have option C to be the solution, right? So that comes to the end of the class. I believe you're enjoying it. These are how to solve these algebraic fractions. So make sure you check, some other past questions and see the related, problem, so you can be able to pass your WAEC very well, right? So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.